My name is Markus. I'm the CEO of MyExpatTaxes. I live and work in Vienna. I'm usually coming to the office most of the time, sometimes working from home. We met at Cisco. All of us met at Cisco. A few of us knew each other before from a previous company. But at Cisco was where we all met. Natalie was the last one to join our little group. But yeah. Yes, so we had, if you're working in a large corporation like we did, there's this coffee kitchen, water cooler sort of situation where you talk about, hey, what would you be doing if you wouldn't be doing this? You know, and we had all sorts of different plans of what we could be doing. And Natalie once said, if she wasn't doing this at Cisco, she would become an enrolled agent and just be a tax preparer for US expats. And that started the initial conversation of what we could do, going back to a very bad experience which she had in the beginning when she first left to live in Austria. And that sparked the conversation, and we kept getting back to it. And at some point, we said, let's found a company. And we were thinking, what could we do? When Natalie brought this back again, and we said, yeah, that's a good idea. And we kept talking about it, and we had lunch meetings, we could do this, we could do it. And at some point, I remember we had lunch again in the same restaurant that we went to every week. I said, all right, are we doing this or are we just talking? So that was the impetus where we then actually said, okay, you know what, let's go and let's look into what does it actually take to set up a company and all that sort of thing. That was in 2017. So at the end of, I want to say October 2017-ish, we were all huddled around Joachim's living room floor with a large sheet of paper, starting to draw, database models and, UI and what it would look like. And we launched in March of 2018. Any interesting twist? I think when we got started, we were not sure how this would go, right? As with any time when you start a new company, you cannot be sure of success. So we wanted to make sure that we had sort of like plans where we say, okay, how do we measure success? What is the goal that we set ourselves? We started in March of 2018, and we said let's see if we can get 10 clients by the end of the calendar year who want to file their taxes with us for free. Easy. And we started posting it on a couple of Facebook pages and maybe invested like 20 euros or so on Google Ads. And within 5 days, we had 40 applications for free filing. And then we said, you know what, let's see if we can charge people for that, if people would be willing to pay for it. So we did that, and then we had this Excel spreadsheet where we, were putting our numbers in so that we could compare it at the ends and the goals. And I remember Joachim saying, so what are we going to put down for target revenue for this year, since we're not charging? I said, I don't know, let's say like 1,000 euros, just to have a round, nice number. And he said, 1,000 euros is a lot. I said, yeah, but it's Excel, it's just for us. Nobody's ever going to see that. And by the end of the year, we had 10,000 euros. This is not enough to really make sure that that we would all jump ship and be doing this full time. But it showed us that this was actually something viable. This is something that we could make a living on. So we continued for another year, and by the end of 2018, we all jumped ship from our jobs that we had at the time, and did MyExpatTaxes full time instead. I would say really proud, I think, was when we achieved for the first time 1 million euros in revenue. I think that was a very proud moment for us. And it was funny enough because it came at the end of the year. And we kept refreshing the screen while we were watching, is it happening, isn't happening, and then. So it was a really big moment when it finally jumped into a 7-figure revenue for a year.